everybody. Hello, hello. And it's time once again for art. I haven't done one of these in a while, so forgive me for my lack of art strems. I've just been wanting to play a lot of games lately, but I have been requested that I should do a couple more of those themed art streams where my art is based off of whatever games that I am doing, so I'm gonna try that. And since I'm playing Okami right now, we are going to make our art based off of the Okami game. You can't tell in the references in the top right corner there. Oh my goodness, I got a message. Ah! But it's gonna be fairly chill today. There shouldn't be too many antics going on. I'm still quite eepy from my lack of medication, which I have good news about that. So I will tell you guys in a bit. For now, first things first, we gotta choose a pose, and then we gotta actually start doing the artist thing. And for those of you who haven't been in my art streams before, sorry if I don't respond to the chat right away. I might be focusing, or since I only have two screens, chat might be covered up with my references that you guys are looking at. Because I am unfortunately a poor little baby who cannot afford to have, you know, triple, quadruple screens as much as I would love to. I have some ideas, because I'm not sure if I should go directly the route of, like, stealing one of Okami's poses from this, because I would rather not do that. I would rather try and make it a little more unique than just stealing a pose. But, yeah, we'll see. Normally I'd have a sketch already done for you guys, but I've been kind of burnt out this week. Partially because I have been lacking my medication. And for those of you who don't know anything about me, I have hypothyroidism. And that is basically just a fancy way of saying my body does not function correctly because I don't have enough hormones of a certain kind. So, in order to make up for that, normally I have to take pills that fix my hormone problems. And for a while, I had moved to a different state within the last couple months. And I had pills on my way down here, but I ran out, and I haven't gotten health insurance until just recently. Which meant I had no way to get my medication. This might be a pretty good pose. I'll try that for now. So, don't worry, guys. I have gotten health insurance now. I am doing better on that front. But, but it doesn't start until October. So, because of that, I hadn't been able to get my medicine properly. The smoothing is turned. Who cranked this? Legal. I haven't been able to get my medicine. And I was talking to my mom on the phone the other day. Yeah, thank you, Jacob. Big Mama Jacob, how are you doing? I'm just gonna be doing a lot of stories and stuff whilst I make art. But yeah, so I had called my mom up because I was talking to her about it. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I need my medication. Like, I can't not have my medicine because for those of you who don't know much about it, hypothyroidism is not a fun chronic illness to have. Hypothyroidism has a lot of nasty symptoms, including but not limited to fatigue, lethargy, depression, memory problems, so on and so forth. I'm glad you find art relaxing. I hope it is. My art streams tend to be a little more on the chill side, so you won't hear me screaming as much as I normally do in my games. Yeah, hypothyroidism is very common within people who are AFAB. My mother has it. I'm not sure if it's genetic or not. It might be, which, if it is, might explain why I have it. Lupus and ADHD. I have been told many times by Dare that I need to get checked out for ADHD. Because he is thoroughly convinced that I have ADHD. Which, I mean, I can see it. But like, I'm very hesitant to actually get a diagnosis. And I don't know if any of you have this thing, but I am For me, part of the reason why I'm a little hesitant to get an ADHD diagnosis, and feel free to tell me, you might think I'm crazy, I'm kind of scared to know that I have this mental illness, because like focusing is really hard for me on a lot of things, and it affects my performance in a lot of ways, mainly like jobs I'm not interested in. And part of me is kind of scared that, like, not that I'm scared because I'm like, oh no, ADHD, I can't have ADHD, I'm too good for that. No. My fear is that, like, life could have been easier for me. And in a way, and it still can be easier for me if I do indeed have this mental illness. There's actually a couple reasons, but that's one of them. So basically, like, could life be easier for me if I get a diagnosis, or could it have been easier for me, like, as a child? ADHD is that bad of a mental disorder as most people our generation has it? Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm wording it right, but it's basically, yeah, just like maybe I wouldn't have struggled so much in like college or whatever if I had a proper diagnosis. But also at the same time, it's like, now I kind of resent, like, my past for not having that. I'll do a modification of this pose, I think, actually. And the other part of it, specifically with ADHD, is I have heard, and, for anybody who does have ADHD, please let me know, but I have heard, that sometimes, depending on the medication you take, it can change your personality. And I'm a little scared of that, because, like, I like my personality, all the quirks that go with it. I like who I am, as much as I, say I hate myself. I do pretty much like who I am. Oh yeah? Okay, so I'm not crazy. If you have a proper diagnosis, most places do adjust to help your hyperactivity. That's good. That's good to know. But yeah, I just, like, I don't want to lose my funness, you know what I mean? And I'll do head right here. I might flip it. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, like, those are my two biggest fears of, like, why I'm a little hesitant to go and get a diagnosis, even if it would, probably help me in the long run, or it should help me in the long run, I should say. But yeah, that's a me thing. Like, if I want to get it, I will try, but right now I don't have the health insurance. Though ADHD can be managed without medication, I prefer, as a mental health professional, to not give someone ADHD medication, as it can cause massive problems, but instead give plans of action. That is smart. See, hi Shamanic, welcome in. I have talked with Dare about this, and I think I self-medicate for something, whether it's ADHD or some other mental illness, unintentionally. Like, for instance, since you have ADHD, big mama, I have heard, and I find this true with me, that a lot of people with ADHD, when they drink caffeine, instead of having a stimulating effect for, like, most neurotypicals, it has the opposite effect. It calms. Hope you have a wonderful stream today, my friend. Thank you. ADHD medication has been known to cause massive health problems. Yeah, see, exactly. It can go both ways. That's fair, okay. Good to know. Because I find that, for me, caffeine is like a calmer. It calms me down. It helps me, do what I need to do. It's why if almost always, if you ever meet me, you will probably meet me with a Monster Energy drink in my hand. Focus? Yeah, kind of like Focus. Sup? How's it going, Dutchling? We're drawing some NikarOkami, and I'm trying to nail the pose right now. I might change it up a little bit based on this pose that I'm drawing with the wolf here, but for now, we're just gonna try it like this. We're also discussing mental illnesses. But commonly, caffeine does calm down ADHD people and helps focus and productivity. Yeah. Good to know. So we're going to your D&D Death Cult. Oh, how's that going? I'm sorry I couldn't provide you better names last night. I was kind of eepy. So I was not able to really focus and give it my all. Cause yeah, part of the being off my medication is that, I notice when I'm off my medication, my lethargy, my fatigue, all of that, you know, fun shit, goes ham. Like, I get tired so fast. And I remember, like, I used to, like, ages ago, I say ages ago, like, last year, I used to work full-time. It's okay, just making different classes for them. Nice. I used to work full-time as an educator, not a teacher. I worked as what you would call, in my state, which was Maine, they called us education technicians. Think like, it's basically a teacher's assistant, is the way I find it easiest to describe it. I was basically a teacher's assistant. But, like, specifically, like, education technicians tend to work with more, like, special needs kids, or, you know, kids who just need a lot more attention in class. Whether it be it's for disabilities, whether it be, you know, behavioral problems, so on and so forth. That was what we would do. And, like, don't get me wrong, I like kids, enough, but, like, when you're with them day in and day out, God, does it get tiring? Not to mention, like, you know, since I worked with a lot of, like, kids who had, issues with authority, like, it was extra tiring. Like, these kids, these were the type of kids, if they, you know, what am I trying to say? Hede! English. Slow down. A lot of these kids were the types of kids who did not want to show up in school. Parents use daycare for a reason. Yeah, that's true. One girl I actually made, I don't want to say I made friends with, because that sounds weird, being like, I made friends with a child, but, like, we connected really well, because, in my hometown, she was one of the few queer kids in school. And in my hometown, as I'm sure a lot of people have experienced, she was kind of bullied for it. So, as, you know, a fellow queer person, hi, I'm bisexual, part of the ace spectrum, for further context, I wanted to try and help her feel welcome. And, you know, this meant a lot of times, like, having to confront the bullies and stuff like that. And other times, like, if it wasn't helping the kids, they were just, a lot of them just tended to be very mean-spirited. I remember at one point, what had happened was, like, I'm a TikTok user. I make content on TikTok. And, like, some of the middle school students, because my school was all grades K-12, a couple of the middle school students decided to make a TikTok count basically saying, like, you know, school name is shit or something, or shit, because you can't say shit on TikTok. And they were posting, like, images and stuff of teachers, and they actually posted they had found my TikTok and had posted one of my TikTok videos on it to, like, mock me, and I was so upset. Part of why I don't like to work with kids now in that kind of capacity, because, like, I don't want kids coming across my content. That's why I have my rules as I do. So that's part of why I left that job, along with it was taking a lot of physical toll. Oh, glad I wasn't like that. I always showed up, but the days were slow as hell. Turns out I was pan and had repressed shit, but about what gender I was. Yeah. Frankly, I'm sure there's a lot more queer kids in that school. And, you know, just unfortunately the environment is not great. Not great for kids who are, you know, not cishet, because it's a very not great town. It's part of why I didn't like it there, like, because I mean, I only found out I was queer until I got older and started actually, like, you know, being in queer spaces and talking with other queer people, and I was kind of like, oh, hey, you know, this asexuality, this demisexuality thing is kind of vibing right now. It's kind of how I feel. And the more I talked about it with people, the more I realized I'm like, oh yeah, that is kind of what I am. Schools, yeah, small town schools are especially shitty. Cause like even me, like, cause I grew up and I still identify as, cisgender and heterosexual, so or straight. I was bullied relentlessly, and because I went to a K-12 school, I had to stay in there for all 12 years of my schooling, my education, and that meant I could never truly escape the bullies, both bi and asexual. Let's go, Big Mama. Love you for it. So yeah, so that was super not fun. I think instead I might kick this leg out. I met a single gay person. They helped me unlock all my queer. You want to know something funny that before I moved, right? I was talking with all of my old high school friends because I remained friends with like my high school group for, pretty much all of my life. And I was talking with them because they're still my good friends. And, nah, I don't like that actually. I'm putting it back. I lied. And I was talking about, like, being in college and, like, going to the queer groups with my friend, my now best friend and roommate, and, like, finding out about me. And because I basically wanted to, like, tell them about who I was before I left and, hope that my friends would still accept me. Because, that's just kind of the spaces I'm in right now. And that's the majority of my friend group. And I kind of had this, like, crazy but also not surprising revelation. Because we were talking about it, and all of us were like, oh yeah, we're all queer. And I'm like, what? And yeah, like, we all went around the table just being like, I'm bisexual, I'm lesbian, I'm non-binary. And I'm like, this makes so much sense looking back on it. Like, we were the outcast group, right? We were the people who didn't fit in among the normal people at my school, quote unquote. And then having them all just be like, oh, no, yeah, we're all queer as fuck. I'm like, that makes sense, actually. So it was this very nice moment of solidarity of just, like, all of us coming together, the strange people we are. My whole friend group, the mental illnesses group. I don't know what it is about, like, mental illnesses and shit, but, like, we all kind of just flock together unintentionally. You know what I mean? Whether you realize it or not, you kind of surround yourself with people who are similar to you. And then it tends to be people who are mentally ill. Crazy. I mean, it's good, though, because, like, then you're with people who, hopefully, more or less, will understand you. I think it's good anyway. Sorry, hold on. I'm trying to look at Okami's tail because I need to change the tail up a little bit based on how Okami's tail looks. That's the whole point of, like, yes, I want this to be a good-looking wolf, but it's also gotta, fit in. Thank you, Kothar, for I appreciate you respecting my boundaries. Except man who was a straight rich white guy who was only there to try to date a I hate that shit. I hate that shit so much. It's like, don't do that. Don't do that. Cause like, we all know every single straight guy would be like so upset if a gay man was hitting on him, right? If a gay man was coming up and trying to do the same thing of being like, like, oh, I can you just haven't had good dick. Like, try it out. It's like, no, don't do that. Stop. People's sexualities are what they are. Respect it. God damn. It's really not that hard. It's called just, if somebody says like, hey, I'm a lesbian, or hey, I'm like, aromantic or asexual, just be like, understandable, have a nice day, and fuck off. shoot, there's a commercial, like a joke commercial I remember seeing on, like, TikTok or something. It's like, have you or a loved one ever tried shutting the fuck up? Wow. That's just pure dumbassery on his part. Like, I'm not feeling bad for that man. He was just a dumbass who clearly does not know how that shit works. And I will not feel bad for him. For, you know, getting rejected over and over again. Because some people are stupid. Even, like, among, like, straight people, especially, I find this with a lot of other women, where they date, like, toxic people and are like, oh, but I can change him. Or I can change them. It's like, no, sweetie, you can't. Stop. Stop thinking you're, like, the main character who's gonna, like, solve all their trauma, TM, and, you know, turn them into a better man, a better person. Like a semester worth of warnings, and after he graduated the same year he joined, we never talked to him again. God damn. What? Get wrecked, nerd. Get wrecked, nerd. Again, some people are just kind of stupid. Some people just can't take no for an answer, which is kind of scary, but I'm not getting into that right now because we're having a chill stream. I gotta try and, like, rope it in. Like, don't get me wrong, I love talking about these topics, but also, like, frankly, they can be a little intimidating for anybody who might be joining first time. Cause yeah, like, I could go on rants. Broski. Get along with my family is... I don't get along with my family as they don't understand what being part of the LGBTQIA community is. Yeah, frankly, I haven't, like, told my parents at all. Like, I don't think they're gonna be mad because they're like, oh, well, are you still into guys? I'm like, well, yes. And they're like, whatever. They're like, if anything, they'd probably be like, oh my god, yes, she doesn't fuck! But, like, I still don't know how my family would react. My mother, I feel like my mother would understand. Like, frankly, I'll be real, I think my mother's a closeted bisexual or a closeted lesbian. I'm really not sure which. I know she likes women a little bit. A little too much for, you know, your straight woman. I know because she's done things. So, I think she would be okay with it. My dad, on the other hand, we don't have a great relationship, and I am not getting into that. That is too much for right now. But suffice it to say, we don't get along super great. So I don't think he'd get it, frankly. But that's okay, because I'm looking to just be me and not, you know, make him happy. I just want to do what I want to do. I just want to be a silly little goofy on the internet. My grandparents are definitely bi as well. Let's go! Alright, I think I have the pose. They're the ones who sat me down and told me that they knew all along. I kind of love that of just, like, they're like, sweetie, we need to talk to you. And you just, like, you're like, okay. And you go to the living room, right? And you sit down, and they're like, now, honey, you know we love you very much, right? And, you know, we know you're not straight. And that's okay, we respect you for it, because we aren't either. That, you know what, if I ever had a child, I don't know, this is probably cruel, but I would kind of do the same thing of, like, you know, son, daughter, we need to talk. Are you gay? Or are you trans? Because if you're trans, that's fucking great! Gotta give him a little fear. I'm sorry. That's probably a bad take, but I just think I'm a mean person. I'm a little mean-spirited. Dude, you know, like, I want the vibe of, like, have you guys ever watched the Thomas Sanders videos where he says something, like, vaguely threatening or vaguely rude and then turns into something great? Like, what was I just sent one to Dare, actually. It's like, It was something about, like, the only reason I talk to you is because I have to. Much fun talking to you! Friendship. Like that shit. Because I'm a dumb bitch. Alright, time to get the detail in. Now, hold on, I gotta take a quick minute here. Because Okami's eyes are a little whack. Because, yeah, they're black dots. So I have to figure out how I'm gonna work around that. If I should work around that. Maybe I will just keep them as black dots. I'm not sure. Or maybe I'll just throw Nikara's eyes in like this. Okay. And then let me go back to the wolf here. Do. There we go. Okay, wait, hold on. I think I made the snoot a little... God damn it, I am trying. I think I made the snoot too long. There we go. I said it. I got it out. That took way too long to say. Also, let me see. Because I know, you know, wolves have big noses. Does Okami have a big nose? See, Okami does not have a big nose. I keep saying Okami, but it's really Amaterasu. That's who Okami is. Shiranui too. I could also call them Shiranui. Gonna give the eyeliner swing. I know the wolf in this image is like got their mouth open, but I'm not doing that, so now Okami has straight fur, so I don't have to worry about drawing any speckles or anything like that. I might just keep it just like that. Or well, I have to think, because if I'm doing it like the video game, yes. But if I'm doing it like this, there is indeed fur bits. Because let me see, how do they do it in the art here? That is very low quality and it's very hard to read. Hi, Red Nox! Okay, well, it looks like, for the most part, it's pretty flat. So I'll do it like that. Yes. We are up. Pops in, immediately has to go. Happens, I understand. Does there any... I wish I could see the art better of this. I wish it was higher quality, but, you know, there's nothing I can do about that, so. Now, here comes the hard part, because since the wolf is running, and especially because this paw I'm trying to look at down here in the bottom left, it's coated in snow. So I can't really see it folded up. I might have to go look at my references here. Let's see. I have to try and like do it like this. Do. Yes. Yeah, that's not too bad. And then I have to draw the little speckles, what am I saying? Speckles, little arm things she has. So she has little swirls, like so. And then it turns into that. Or well, technically I should have it facing upward like this, because that's how it really looks. There we go. Get up to the shoulder here. So yeah, starting from the elbow, I should do this. Because it goes up and swirls in. And then we have another large swirl. And then we have this swirl coming over here. And then we have the arm tufts. And then in like that. Oh. Actually, it shows there's only 2 on the art, so I'm gonna try and do that. Let me fix that up a little bit. There we go. It's a little better. Okay, we're getting the form. Nice. And then the ears should slope forward a little bit. And we go swoop. There, it's looking pretty good. We're getting there. We're getting somewhere. Shiranui is looking pretty good. Oh, the stripes again. Trying to avoid any crossovers as well, or tangents, as they're officially called. Tangents are kind of not great. Go. Toes. Okay. You know, something about that toe does not look right. Hold on. Try it again. Toe, toe. Oh, that's better. And then I need to do back feet, so the back feet also have that similar little swirl. And the little brush tufts. There we go. And then I will draw the bunched up leg here. That's too high up. I'm gonna have to come back to this back foot because it's gonna kill me if I don't. Toe, and then last toe. And the other foot. elbow, and then that. Okay. There. Not bad. Alright, now we're onto the tail. The tail is a little confused. Let me take a look here. So it looks like the first bit kind of goes up like so. And there we go. And we go down. And the little swirl comes in a little ways after the big swirl up there. And it kind of just follows the usual brush shape. Is that how it goes? Hold on. Can't really, there's not too many good shots of her tail. I need a good shot of her tail. Oh. That is indeed Okami. Oh wow, Shinui. There we go. That's a, well, I think it's fan art, but I mean, it's still a pretty good shot of the tail. So I'll take it. Because that's the tough part. Also because I am still recovering and, you know, getting back on my medication, I'm not entirely sure how long I will have stream be, just because I still am not at 100%. So if I start getting too icky-sicky feeling, I might just end early. Just as a forewarning to anybody. Anybody who may be coming in or is expecting a longer stream today. Okay, now for the toes. Back toes. There! There, we just gotta nose in. So I might do either like a little dot or something to try and represent that. Now, the next part I gotta do is I gotta start mapping out the patternings, because I want to try and make the patterning, you know, obviously reminiscent of Nikara. So, you know, Okami has the patterning down her nose and stuff. And under the eyes as well. There's a little bit higher quality image. The patterns of the face up close. Okay. Now, gotta get the sides. That's the next hard part. It's finding good shots of the sides. Plant. Nikara would be like a nature doggo. That could be cool. Nikara the nature doggo. I like it. Let me see. Looks like in the game Okami has like a stripe or a bolt. There we go, that's a little, there we go, that's a little better, yeah. That would be so, oh, maybe, you know what, Jacob? I think I have a plan now, because your comment has given me inspiration of maybe, when I get to the actual, like, designing of the backgrounds and stuff of this image, I should draw Nikara with the plants blooming behind her like in the game. I think that would look sick. Thank you. See, this is part of why I love to art stream with you guys, because, like, I could just, you know, post something like that or say something really dumb, and you guys are like, but wait, what if? But what if instead, cool thing? And I'm like, wow, that's a cool thing. I like that cool thing. So I shall implement that cool thing. Let's see, I think this needs to be a little thicker, so I'm gonna fix that. So right now we're only just in, like, the planning phase, so there will be more to come, because I don't even know what background she's gonna be in yet. I'd probably try and just, you know, recreate a... Oh, because I want to try and, like, fit the theme of the game. So let's see. I need... Amaterasu Okami. So I need to get, like, a good shot of her side. Gotta have that cool thing. What's the cool thing? The cool thing is having, so if you haven't seen my playthrough of Okami Red Nox, in Okami, Amaterasu, or Okami, whatever you wish to call her, has the thing where when she starts running, flowers will start sprouting up behind her. Well, it's grass, I think, and then it's flowers or something like that. But she basically, like, makes the ground bloom wherever she runs. So that's what I'm going to implement into this image, is that, since Nikara is running in this image, I want you guys to be able to see that, you know, she is indeed running. Oh, I see. Okay, thank you. See, this is a really good breakdown here of the pattern that Okami has. So yeah. This is just what I needed, actually. So you won't see... might actually see, like, here. At least. So I have to try and, like, mix the Nikara colors, but also the Okami colors at the same time. And, like, you know, make it recognizable that this pattern is indeed of Amaterasu. No, I have not finished the game. No. I was just saying, like, this is where, the idea comes from. Because I'm playing the game currently. You know, actually, I haven't drawn Nikara's as, like, a straight-up wolf in a hot minute. Let me go back and see where I put her markings. So I have another piece of art I did a little while ago for me and Rune. Fuck! Her front paws aren't there. Well, it's around her ankles, so it should just be, like, right about here. I must take notes of how to draw wolves. Mostly, Renox, it's just me Googling images of wolves and then drawing them like that. I will do her brush tail like this. Hold on, I got a better idea. Let me make this a little larger. Yeah. I think we got it. I read that was the best way to draw animals. I mean, that's just generally the best way to, I would say is the best way to improve at drawing is, if you're struggling to draw something, look up references. Like, that's what I do. Because, like, this wolf right here, I didn't just pop this out of my head. I used this image. That's how I was able to draw her, along with researching, like, you know, what does Okami look like? Because, you know, I can't draw Okami's patterns if I don't know what she looks like. Now, the hard part of this is we have the sketch. We have everything we need. The hardest part is, because I want it to look reminiscent of the style of the game. And as you notice, Okami's art is mostly like Sumi ink based, because that's the traditional art style in Japan. So I need to try and implement it so it looks like Sumi ink. Let me try the ink box. There's gonna be a little bit of experimentation here, because I don't know if the ink box that I use has a Sumi. It does! You have an early day tomorrow? Alright, well, you get some rest then, Red Nox. We won't keep you up. see, hold on. That's pretty good. There's a couple different sumis. It looks like there's at least 4 different sumis. Now that looks like Okami. You have to get up around 4:20 a.m. Well, Godspeed to you, soldier. I wish you luck. Alright. Now this is gonna be fun. Trying to draw Nikara with the Okami, like, Sumi paintbrush art. Cover is so low quality. Can I please get a little higher quality? Anything? Anything? There we go. That's a little better. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. Have a good night. We'll see you later. Alright. Now, I'm gonna get my drawing tool out. You can't see it, but I have a drawing tool called Lazy Nizumi. I use this a lot for... Whoa! My character glitched. I use this a lot for when I am trying to, keep things straight. Yeah, it's gonna have, like, some duller lines, so it's okay. I suppose I shouldn't be too worried about making things straight, because that's part of Okami's appeal, is that it's raw art. Like, it's not meant to be perfect. Let me try something. I gotta try and play around with these brushes, because I have never used the Sumi ink brushes. So this is a little bit of learning for me. Sumi 2017. So yeah, it's mostly when I get to the smaller size that it starts becoming a problem. Because large, it works perfectly. It works as I want it. But if I try to go to like 20, it gets a little harder to use. It's okay, I'll work with it. Gotta work with the limitations of your medium. You know what I mean? Well, I guess I shouldn't say limitations. I don't really have limitations compared to, like, traditional media. Like, if I mess up my paint, I can just go back and repaint it. I am not limited to, you know, the drying of the canvas or anything like that. Starting to look better. Trying to keep it all the same size too. Like, I'm not actually manipulating the size of the brush, I am keeping it as is. Really sell the vibe. I'm trying not to erase either, because, you know, much like with other inks as well, you can't erase your lines once you've made them. So I think it'd be really neat if I can try to draw it as is, no erasing, no nothing. Whatever mistakes I make, I make. I might use Control Z, but otherwise, no erasing. very interesting way to draw this. Of course, I can still rotate my brush and or my canvas as I see fit. Just as, you know, a traditional media artist can do. But otherwise, I am limited to just... I keep losing tracking, sorry guys. To just, what I draw, how I make it. Oh, my camera's falling, that's why. The camera doesn't balance on this thing. I need it to have, like, its own independent stand when I'm doing art streams. Keeps falling over, like, slowly throughout the stream, and I don't notice until my VTuber is, like, constantly losing tracking. It's very annoying. So far, this is looking kind of neat. I'm actually really digging this. The Sumi ink vibe is really nice. As I work with it a little bit, I'm getting a little better understanding of, like, how the brush is smearing. Yeah. Cool. I hope you guys are liking this as well. If I get quiet, don't be afraid to say something if I get quiet. I promise you I am trying my best to still pay attention to the chat, even if I'm focusing on the art. I'll try it this way. I have to try and get into the habit of, like, picking my, my hand up off of the tablet, because one of the best things that they teach you in art school when you're trying to, get better at drawing, like, wide sweeps is, to not have your hand resting on anything. Or, like, to not draw from your wrist is what I'm trying to say. Because a lot of people, especially on, like, digital tablets and such, you know, you plant your wrist in a certain position, and then that is what you use as your pivot, which isn't bad for, like, you know, small details per se. But if you need to draw, like, large, long, sweeping motions, the best way to do it is actually, from your shoulder. Your shoulder is much better at making a perfect arc than your wrist is. Which, if you're doing that, involves you have to pick your wrist up off the canvas, which can be a little hard at first. Like, it's harder than it sounds, because, like, oh well, just pick up your wrist then. But when you get used to drawing like that for so long, it can be a little daunting, or a little hard to comprehend. Like, I still frequently, almost always, put my hand and, like, draw from the wrist. Because that's just the comfortable way to me. Even as I speak, like, I'm still doing it. And there's nothing wrong with, you know, obviously, like, wanting to draw from your wrist. It's not like it's like a cardinal sin of art or anything like that, but it can definitely make it harder to draw the angles you want to draw. If that's what you're going for. I'm trying to get more and a little better at like not keeping my my wrist on my tablet as much as I normally do. There we go. Almost done. I'm gonna try and use this brush more often because this is really pretty. Like, look at that. Turn off the sketch layer beneath. That is really cool. It'll look cooler once I add in the patterns, but I think for now that is like a really good start. Now, I gotta see Okami running, or like the flowers that Okami leaves behind her. Like this, because in the game, when Okami runs, flowers will pop up behind her. So I think, per Big Mama Jacob's suggestion, that would be really cool to add in, is just some flowers, like, blooming, the plants blooming behind her. I think I'm gonna do it a little akin to like this piece of art that I see somebody drew. Because if she's coming from like this angle, then like things are gonna get smaller as she goes. And then, yeah, maybe like another... Or, well, hold on. You know what would be better is to actually look at this wolf running, because this is the way I based her, so... Yeah, because he is very square. His feet are very square like that. So, if more accurate to, draw her as running like this. It's not quite looking right. Hold on. Let me go back to that piece of art. Whoever drew that. Yeah, because she's running at a bit of a strange angle. Oh, here's another one. Having the flowers pop up as she runs by. Let me see. go, yeah. Rotate it just a little bit so it's a little flatter. But yeah, that looks not too bad, I think. Pretty cute. So far, man, this is like... Oh man, it's already been an hour? Dude, time flies when you're arting. So yeah, I might even make a couple like blades, like some leaves and such fly up. Because that would really add to the effect. I think. Yeah, there we go. Now we have to add in her colors and her patterns. First things first, I will drop this one in because this has the flats, so this is a really good one to use. Call this line. I'm gonna keep the sketch underneath it as I color, so that way I can really see where the colors need to be. So I'm not making her white like real Okami. I'm making her normal colors. And then I will modify it to fit the Okami themes, like, you know, being on parchment paper and stuff like that. But for now, I need to be able to at least see where the colors need to go. I'll draw the majority of it in, just like a big flat brush, and then I will go with Sumi ink to do the edging to make it still look like as if it's being drawn in ink. And I will also use the Sumi ink brush to draw in the patterns as well. I'll go back and use this brush. Finer edge in the details. Still has that look of being colored in ink. And I will just use a larger version of this same Sumi brush in order to do her patterns. Especially like where the Sumi ink meets rest of the thing. I want it to be able to still have that same appeal. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. I'm just talking to myself. We also... Yeah, it's getting dark out. I may have to end this early after I do the flats. There shouldn't be too much shading this, because Okami, other than cell shading, is a very flat game. Because it's meant to be like that. It's meant to be reminiscent of, like, the scrolls. And the tapestries and such that, were made on. So, once I get the flats down, I might have to call it there for tonight, just because I also have not taken out my garbage yet. Because I need to finish that, and I have work in the morning. Also, D&D tomorrow, so don't forget about that, guys. If you haven't gone to see Mylon Morrow, you should also go and check out his channel, because, we're gonna be doing D&D tomorrow. Let me see if that works. Oh, sorry. It's slash shout out. Island Morrow. I'm used to using the stream elements shout out that I forgot. Sorry. So there you go. If you haven't checked him out already and you want to watch me play D&D as a crazy bird woman tomorrow, go and do so. That is just kind of just chillax and just working on her. Oh shit, have we already gotten her flats in? Yeah. Well, at least well, not the flats entirely, but one of them anyway. Alright, now for the next part. Patterns. So just because this is Okami doesn't mean this isn't NikarOkami. Like the name of the stream. Her. Here we go. Her front tootsie. Now we'll get her face. This is looking so cool right now. I'm surprised I haven't tried this sooner. I really should have. This is turning out to look so beautiful. Especially adding the Sumi ink on top to like really give it those hand-painted vibes. I do have to push a little bit to actually like get the colors in. Which is okay. The ears, I forgot. Ears. Oranges for her inner ears and her tail. Now, I'm gonna make this whole tail tip here orange. Because I think it would, like, look cool. Yeah. Almost done. Now we just need to add the yellow. I'm gonna make, since Amaterasu's patterns are all in red, I'm gonna make Nikara's all in yellow because that's what the crest on her little forehead is. All yellow. This. Finally, the green of her eyes. Make a little Sumi ink eye blurb there. Okay. I turn the sketch off. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. I like that. I think that looks hella cool. I'm gonna fill out these lines a little more, but I see. Yeah, that looks sick. Now, I think Okami, oh yeah, I forgot about the sun disk. Oops. The sun disk is kind of important. Alright, I will add that to the line art as well. Let me see. So yeah, it's supposed to appear kind of like behind her head up here. Then how does the patterning look on it? I can't really tell the patterning on the sun disk, like just from the bottom. It looks like, actually it looks like, according to the art here, there is nothing on the bottom of the sun disk. I will do her art like this then. I'll put her sun disk back here. Wah! Okay. And then, yeah. The greenish, the faded green of the sun disk. Very clear white underbottom. Underside. The last thing is the fire. Nice. Not looking quite the way I imagine it. I think it's gotta be like a deeper red. wonder, hold on. Let me copy this image and paste it into here. Try to, like, capture the color of the fire. Yeah, okay, that's a little better. And then it's gotta have some oranges in it. A little bit of like a deeper red. Nice. All right. To blend in with this color, I will choose some like other things to add to the background. Like these flowers down here. Maybe even blue. Getting a couple more strands of grass in there. I would like to add to the flowers. Try and make the fire a little more volatile looking. And then to top it all off, background, parchment color. Well, let's give everything over it a slight little parchment overlay of like just a very small, like 10%. Then let me see if I can't add some other things to it, like speckles and such, to give it a more textured look. Probably what I'll do. Help it feel more like a scroll, you know? I have brushes for that. Let's see, let's do some like specks here. Actually, let's do like some clouding instead. But just some very... Yeah, we'll do it on this. Try and add some like colors and textures. Alright, good. Add a little bit of dust to it. I want to really feel like you're looking at a tapestry here. Stop touching things I don't want you to touch. Some dust. Let's get a few dots in here. Maybe like 15%. Yeah. I like this so far. Now add a little more ink-like looks to it as well. It's the louder. I think I was using, what was it, Sumi Ink 2? So let me get here to the back to the mega pack. Sumi 2. Delete animals for now. Oh. I'm silly. I need this layer. Lighter. Or streaky, too.
On.
What? Hey, what's up? Demon Lord Raiju VT, what's going on? How you doing? Just drawing a little Okami art. Hope you're enjoying it. I'm sorry if I'm a little quieter than I normally am. I tend to focus sometimes, and I don't even notice when I'm doing it. I'm just trying to add a little flavor to the art. Hey, welcome in! Appreciate you joining. Welcome to the pack. Hope you like it. We have snacks sometimes. I keep losing tracking because my camera's falling again. I think so far looking pretty okay. It's a little weird because she's supposed to be white, which like really adds a difference. Do you accept cats in the pack? Yes, all are welcome into the pack, so long as you don't steal my cheeseburgers. If you steal my cheeseburgers, then we have a problem. But yeah, it's looking pretty Gucci, I think. I'm trying to, like, I gotta remember that, like, less is more when it comes to these things, so I shouldn't detail it too much. But, also, like, I want to detail the heck out of it. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's a little hard to, like, stop myself from wanting to art super intensely. This idea of, like, maybe I'll just add some, like, really light streaks into the... No! I gotta stop. I gotta stop. Don't overdo it. Thank you! I'm having a much better day than I've been having. Now that I've got my medicine back and everything, I feel a lot better. Granted, I have to start taking it more consistently again starting tomorrow, but it, just having it is already, like, such a game changer for me. Build up some ink values here. Yeah. Draw some darker colors down here as well. Hope I'm doing this right. In the same boat trying to get meds. It happens. Thank you for the smoocher, Easy. Oh, hey! It's good to see you again. I remember you said you were having a hard time getting the streams with your work schedule. We're glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Awoo, awoo indeed. I think adding the green to the ground really helps a lot to really, to differentiate Nikar from the rest of the background. I think I'm gonna fix her head up a little bit. Because her head could use it. Can I bite the tail? I mean, you can attempt, but I can't promise you will like the results. It looked like corn! This just in, Nikara's tail is made of corn. More on this topic at 11. That is not her color. What? I need the image again. Where is it? Art. M. Newells. I see why it was giving me the incorrect color. It's because I forgot I have the shading on top. This a little more vibrant. I also will add a little whiteness to her nose as well. I think just those couple things have already helped it look a lot better. Yes, and adding a little bit more of her eye. Trying to figure out if I want to add an effect to the layer or like a very slight effect. It looks like corn. I can't get over that. It looks like her tail looks like corn. Probably should add, actually, now that I'm looking at Okami, I should add some inkiness to her tail. Because that's kind of the point of her tail, is supposed to be like a brush. You know. Let's do that. Nah. I'll keep the... I was trying to go off the tail. I was like, maybe it'll look better if I add a little more to it, but I think less is more. Yes. Yes. May I ask what your pronouns are? I use she, her pronouns. They, them is also acceptable. I will not be mad if you do. But please use she, her for me, please, and thank you. And also, if you would like to share your pronouns, you may. I wish I had, like, I need to get the pronouns extension for Twitch, but the only reason I haven't gotten is I've heard that with the current pronouns extension, you can't actually see, through OBS that is, you can't actually see the pronouns through there, which I find incredibly dumb. She, they. Well, welcome in. Nice to have you. Well, I will try to remember everybody's pronouns. I usually, if I forgore somebody's pronouns, I usually refer to them in the they, them, as you know, with they, them pronouns. So, my apologies. But as I get to know you, I'm sure I will definitely remember. Okay, I think I have gotten this. It's looking Gucci. It's giving vibes. I just gotta turn down the opacity here because I like to keep the opacity. I like it so that my name is visible, but like it's not too distracting from the piece, you know? Let me refine a couple things here because I see like there's some colors that are not fully defined. I'd like to fix that. Yes. Add some like dots and stuff on top of the car here. Shush. Alright, let me go back down. I know you guys can't see it, but I'm looking through my brushes. Rail tubers, floors, debris. Where's my duster at? Wah! Dots, debris. Aha! Specs. Okay. Hello, Mirror! Welcome back. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Trying to just add a little texture and color to my piece here. You're doing very good. That's good to hear. I am also doing much better now that I have my medicine. Or well, I haven't taken it fully yet. I just got the new prescription today. So it might take... It'll take me a couple days to fully recover, hence, I mentioned early in the stream, like, if I end stream early, it's probably why. It's because, my energy levels are still kind of bleh. But, hopefully by the end of this week, I should be doing a lot better. That and also my finger is infected. I don't know what to do about that. You should watch the new One Piece series on Netflix with your family. There you go. That's awesome. I frankly am not a fan of One Piece. I probably won't watch it, but you never know. But I think for now, the piece is pretty much as good as it's gonna get. I don't want to add too much detail because, you know, with things like this, sometimes less is more. And I'm sure if I keep adding to it, I'm just gonna keep, you know, ruining it. Sometimes as an artiste, you gotta cut yourself off and be like, no, stop it. Okami fan art? Yeah, I have, I can't remember who requested it, but somebody was like, oh, hey, I remember when you used to make art of, like, a bunch of different, games you were playing at the time. Which I did. Like, I've made art of, Cult of the Lamb, I made art of Spyro, and I made art of Hollow Knight. So somebody's like, you should do that again. I'm like, well, I'm doing a long-term, you know, a long playthrough of Okami, So why not do that with Nikara? So I have made a NikarOkami. Also, sorry if my face tracking disappears. I have my camera resting on my art tablet right now, but it really does not like sitting there. So yeah. But since it seems like I think I've got the art where I want it to go, and I don't really have anything else, I think I'm gonna have to wrap stream up early. That, and I also have to take out my trash. I haven't taken out my trash yet, but shh, don't tell nobody. So I would like to thank you all for coming in. I know it's, you know, very chill, not too much going on today. And I am going to head out for now. As for updates and such, tomorrow, I'm going to give another shout out again. Tomorrow, I am going to be on Mylon Morrow's stream for for D&D. Wow, I am on a roll tonight. For D&D. No, I have to wait 28 minutes! That's bullshit. Well, if you haven't checked him out, please go check out Mylon Morrow. I'll put his name in here. So that way, if you want to watch me and my friends be goofballs on D&D, you can do that. We're going to be doing that tomorrow night at 8:30 EST, if I remember correctly, is the time. 8:30 EST. Otherwise, check out his Twitter, too. He should have the update there. Other than that, that should be it. I'm not streaming D&D tomorrow, so you're gonna have to go to Mylon or one of the other players' channels in order to watch it. Yes, Arizi, Fenry Jr. You have to go to Fenry Jr.'s channel in order to watch the D&D. Because I am not streaming it myself. I am participating, but I am not streaming. What else is there? That should be it for this week. Starting next week, we should be doing Baldur's Gate instead of Barotrauma. The team has decided they would rather do Baldur's Gate. So that's gonna be fun. Stream and when you come by. I'm sorry, Mariler. I would stream longer, but between having to get a couple chores done before the morning and having to work tomorrow, I need to end the stream. So I'm very sorry. Normally I would go longer. That and also my energy levels are... I'm frankly dipping really hard right now. And with no other art to draw that I have planned, I think it's just better for my sake, if I end the stream. But yeah, we should be having Valheim next week as well, and I'll probably go back to Okami. Also important update. Ow, ow, ow! You're very welcome. Also important update, and this is for you, Shamanic, specifically. You should know about this, because if not, I was going to DM you anyway. The 26th of this month, Paleo Pines is coming out, and I am super hyped for Paleo Pines. So I'm planning on doing all of Tuesday to Thursday, all those streams, all three, nothing but Paleo Pines. So be prepared for a lot of dinosaurs, because I like dinosaurs. But other than that, thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate you guys coming around, vibing with me. And if I can remember how to type, I am going to send you guys over to my boyfriend Glitchroon, who is currently playing some Deep Rock Galactic with the homies. So go call him a stinky little foxo and tell him, oh my god, was I recording? Holy crap. I didn't know I was recording. I thought I didn't do that this stream. Rune is amazing, yes. He is pretty dang cool, I guess. So go give him and his friends some support, and I will catch you guys in the next stream. Bye-bye!